Donald Trump held a rally yesterday in Michigan, his celebration of his glorious 100 days of absolute chaos and dysfunction. And if you watched it and you were illiterate about how the political landscape is in this country, you might think that this was just an unwieldy success for Donald Trump. You would think that maybe this crowd represents a cross-section of America, and you would be wrong, because this is the MAGA faithful. This is the cult in attendance, this crowd that cheers and hoops and hollers and yells and proclaims their devotion to the dear leader as he plays videos of men having their heads shaved while they're being checked into the mega prison in El Salvador. Men who we removed from this country without due process. Men who were removed from this country in direct a contrary move to federal court rulings and a 9-0 ruling of the Supreme Court of these United States relative to Kilmar Abrego Garcia. Donald Trump brought on, it was just a bizarre fashion. Donald Trump, Brittany Page and I watched this live with Luke Beasley yesterday. We did a live stream. We simulcast our live stream on my channel and on Luke's. And let me tell you, I don't watch a lot of Donald Trump. I don't watch full speeches because you get what you get. You know you're in for just lies and conspiracies and like no truths are told whatsoever. But what was interesting to me is that Donald Trump gets very tired very quickly and then begins to just bring people on stage that he sees in the crowd, like Scott Jennings is this first one. And it becomes them carrying the show for Donald Trump because he is so beleaguered. He's not there. He is tired. He's fallen asleep everywhere. He's not up to the task to be president of the United States in more ways than one, but physically and mentally and emotionally, he is not there. Here he is bringing Scott Jennings on stage, who in just a chef's kiss moment really fumbles the joke that he had one thing to say and he botched it.
She's taken it. And you know, we have a man here that I don't know, but he's defending me all the time on CNN. And he defends me really well, but he can't go too far because if he goes too far, he'll get fired. I said, you're amazing. You can take it right to the edge. And he really does a good job. He's not allowed to go any further. He would be off, if he really went totally crazy, which he'd like to do. But I think he's terrific. Scott Jennings. Where's Scott? Where are you, Scott? Come here, Scott. This guy, really, I've watched him for years. I don't know him. But he likes Trump. Come here, Scott. Oh, CNN, this is the end of Scott. No, who cares? Don't worry, we'll take care of you, Scott. Scott Jennings, really great.
Thank you. Michigan. We were flying in here today, and I said, look at these farms. I got to get a farm in Michigan, because when you own as many libs as I do, you got to put a place to put them all. Thank you all very much.
Thank you, Scott.
Got it, Scott. Fantastic joke. A+, 10 out of 10, no notes. Look at these farms. I got to get a farm in Michigan because when you own as many libs as I do, you gotta put a place to put them all. You gotta put a place to put them all. You know how you gotta put a place to put them all. Yeah, Scott, that's it. That's what you wanted to say. Look, I'm poking fun because when you talk for a living, of course you're going to fumble and mumble and bumble occasionally. It couldn't happen to a nicer guy, a more culty member. The problem here is that Donald Trump tapped in on something that I think is very important. It's that Scott Jennings only goes so far in his defenses of Donald Trump on CNN, and he would do so far more, but he might get fired by CNN. What does that say? This admission by Donald Trump that MAGA, they operate with a knowing nod to the job that they have. And that don't worry if you get fired, we're going to take care of you. You're doing your job on CNN as a paid contributor, as an expert, and you're not doing it in a fulsome manner. You're not doing it with honesty. That's what they're admitting. Pretty telling. Another moment, he brought on Margot Martin, someone I don't know who it is. Apparently she's very important to the Trump operation, though. And she gets on stage, after he rambles about how beautiful she is, she gets on stage and floats again the idea that Donald Trump might run for office again in 2028.
Where are you, Margot? And she's very shy, actually. She's both beautiful and shy. Thank you. Where? Margot, come up here, Margot. Come on. You got it. This is the most beautiful. Now, look, I'm not allowed to say this. It's the end of my political career, but I'm going to say it anyway. She's the most beautiful photographer in the world. I don't know if she's the best, but she's the most beautiful.
Trump 2028, anybody?
People love Margot.
What is with this obsession with disloyalty to the Constitution that Republicans have, that they display time after time after time, rally after rally after rally? They love the fact that he wants to be a dictator. They say he should be a king, that we should prop up some kind of a monarchy. Who's next? Don Jr., then we'll pass it to Eric, then Baron Trump gets a crack at it. Is that what you want, MAGA? Absolutely sell out the country. We're going to end with this. This is Stephen Miller, who gets on stage and begins to scream and wail about how Donald Trump is the best president in the history of the United States of America.
Who's enjoying 100 golden days of America? President Trump has achieved the most secure border in American history. He's fighting violent crime. He's fighting the drug cartels. He's cutting your taxes. He's cutting wasteful spending. He's draining the swamp. He's standing up to the radical left. He's standing up to the communists, and he's making America stronger than it's ever been. President Trump will never stop fighting for you, your children, and your family, and President Trump will make sure that in this country, not illegal aliens, not criminals, not gangbangers, but American citizens come first, last, and always. Thank you. And thank you, President Trump, for being the greatest president in American history.
He's great. This guy, he is something special.
Thanks for being the greatest president in American history. These people aren't beating the allegations of the cult, are they? This is gross. It is. There is a spirit of ahistoricity within the Republican Party and the conservative movement in the United States, and it all surrounds the cult of the dear leader with Donald Trump at the top. It's gross. And as I said yesterday in the live stream, this rally served as a psychic boost for Donald Trump because of his just tattered insecurities. His ego is just shreds. He wants to present himself as popular. He wants to present himself as in control. He wants to present himself as everything that he is not, because he is an insecure weakling of a human being. Broken. I'll say it again. I don't know if he wasn't hugged enough or hugged too much, but we're all suffering because of it. What do you think? Did you watch this rally? Did you watch our live stream? I appreciate it if you did. You can comment below. You can also call the voicemail line, 714-576-4054. And of course, as always, you can email me daily@dollemore.com. I love and appreciate you. If you appreciate me, if I bring you value and you want to help support this work, you want to take part in producing these videos, reaching the tens of millions of people I do every month, you can click the join button below, become a channel member for $2 a month, or you can go to patreon.com/I Doubt It podcast and take part in that. Same deal as a channel membership. It's just over on Patreon. Doesn't just support the podcast. Absolutely all the work we produce within the four walls of this studio, covered by Patreon and channel memberships for that matter. I love and appreciate you very much. Maybe I'll see you on social media. I am at Dollemore, and I will see you next time. Be genuine. Take care of one another.